The man who masterminded Wall Street's largest ever fraud has been sentenced to 150 years in jail. Former Nasdaq chairman Bernard Madoff, who stole $100 billion of investors' money, faced some of his victims in court, many of whom have been left penniless. CBS reporter Armin Ketenyan was in court.
Dressed in a dark grey suit, a pale, visibly thinner Madoff sat silent in a packed courtroom as 9 of his victims unleashed their anger. One called him a beast, another a psychopath, another stating, "I only hope this prison sentence is long enough that his jail cell becomes his coffin." Then it was time for the 71-year-old disgraced financier to speak. Devoid of emotion, Madoff first spoke of his immediate family, none of whom were in attendance. "How do you excuse lying to your brother and 2 sons?" he asked. "How do you excuse lying and deceiving a wife who stood by you for 50 years and still stands by you?" Citing what he called an error of judgment, Madoff said, "As hard as I tried, the deeper I dug myself in a hole. I lived in a tormented state," he added, "knowing the pain and suffering I have created. I have left behind a legacy of shame to my family and grandchildren." Turning toward his victims, Madoff said simply, "I am sorry. I know that doesn't help you." District Court Judge Denny Chin was next. Calling Madoff's crimes extraordinarily evil, Chin noted he had not received even a single note or letter in support of Madoff. Then, as Madoff stood silent, Chin delivered the ruling everyone was waiting for: 150 years in prison, the absolute maximum, with no possibility for parole. Afterward, outside the court, several victims had this to say.
"I'm left with fear. I wake up in the night, I get up with it in the morning."
He's an equal opportunity destroyer.
I think justice was done today for Mr. Madoff.
Should have been in a jumpsuit, as the other common criminals walk in there.
Madoff was seen as a wizard of Wall Street, praised for his uncanny ability to seemingly see into the future. Now, in his day of reckoning, that future is certain: a lifetime of hard time. A sentence so many believe the king of cons richly deserves.